Hey guys, I just put out a cover called Wild Mountain Thyme. I believe it's a Scottish folk song or an Irish folk song, I'm not sure. But it's a really cool song, it's the first song I ever learned on guitar. It's really simple, and if you're a beginner, this is definitely a good song to play, to start playing. And I'm going to teach it to you guys. Alright, so let's get started. My guitar is dropped half a step, so it's going to sound like this. It's not standard tuning, so here's what standard tuning should sound like. E, A, D, G, B, E. Every acid dealer gets busted eventually, right? So that's what it sounds like. So if your guitar is in standard tuning, which it most likely is, you're going to want your capo on the second fret. If you don't have a capo, don't worry, you can still learn the song, but if you can get a capo, they're extremely useful. So if you're in standard tuning, put your capo on the second fret. If you're in drop half a step, like me, put on the third fret. So it should sound like this. Okay, so now onto the chords. The first chord we're going to do is a C chord, right? And for those of you who don't know what a C chord is, so when your index finger is on the second string of the first fret, and when I say second string, I mean 1, 2, second, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so first string, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string, sixth string. Okay, so index finger on the first fret of the second string, and then your middle finger on the fourth string of the second fret, and then your ring finger on the third fret, fifth string. So it should sound like this. All right, very nice. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of chord transitioning. So if you're not comfortable with the C chord, just practice transitioning to the C chord. So that's the first chord. The second chord we're going to learn is, it's kind of, looks sort of like an F chord. So an F chord looks like this. Except instead of barring these first two, instead of pressing these down, you're only going to press down the first one. So your index finger stays where it is. You're essentially going to drop your middle finger and ring finger down one string. So it's going to sound like this. Right? So it's kind of like an F chord, but it's not really, but it should sound like this. So practice transitioning between the C chord and the pseudo F chord, like this. So once you're comfortable with that, we'll get started on the strumming pattern. Here's what the picking pattern looks like. All right, so you got your thumb on the fifth string right here. You're going to strike it first. Then you're going to get your index finger and you're going to strike the third string. Right? And if you want, you can use your middle finger to strike the second string. Or I like to use my index finger. It's just more comfortable. It's whatever you want. So here's what it looks like all together. And then you're going to go in reverse. You're going to strike the third string and then the fifth string. So just practice picking all these until you're comfortable, and then speed it up a bit. And for those using your middle finger, right? Now we've got that part down. We're going to go through the picking pattern with the pseudo F chord. So it's going to sound like this. You're going to strike the fourth string instead of the fifth string with your thumb. So it's going to sound like this. It's the same pattern for these two. It's just the thumb is the only thing that's changing. So it's going to sound like this. So get comfortable with that, and then once you're more comfortable, speed it up. So here's what it looks like all together. So here's what it looks like all together. So basically you're going, you're transitioning from chord to chord, but the finger pattern stays the same. All right, so that's the first part. And now we're getting more into the song, so it's going to start out like this. Then you stay for this for 2 bars. Then you go back out. Then you go back in. Now for this next part, you're going to lift off your ring finger, and it's going to sound like this. So. So you're going in. So here's what it sounds like all together. And this next part, instead of striking the 5th string, you're going to start striking the 4th string instead. And then you're going to go right back into the intro part. Alright? If you listen to the song, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You'll understand the pattern. But I'm just letting you know that these 2 are the main chords. You got the C, and then you got the pseudo F. And then this is the main picking pattern. Very steady, very beautiful. Okay? Towards the end of the song, I changed up the picking pattern a little bit. It's optional. It's completely up to you. I just added my own little thing to it. If you want to learn how it works, then here's what it looks like. So instead of doing a steady pattern like this, it's going to look like this. Instead of doing a steady beat, you're kind of speeding it up for the last 2 strings. So practice that strumming pattern until you're comfortable with it, and then we'll start with the transition of the chords. So the transition of the chords is going to look like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is a really fun song to play. This is the first song I ever learned on guitar. It's really simple if you're a beginner out there. It's a really simple song to learn, and it's really good to play for your family and friends. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and you guys have a great day.